Manifestation. It's turned into this strange online trend, packaged as wishful thinking and vision boards, wrapped into the aesthetic of spirituality. All this compressed into vague 30-second TikToks that leave you with more questions than answers. And in the end, you're left with two options. Either assume you're just not capable of manifesting, or you assume the whole thing is bullshit. Simply put, manifestation is the process in which the outer world reflects our internal state of consciousness. When we learn to develop our awareness and consciousness, we gain the ability to directly alter our external experiences through internal change. This is what generally creates misconceptions around manifestation. Without the proper level of awareness to be able to truly understand who you are, the unconscious patterns that shape your identity will forever shape you. You have no true control over your internal world, and by extension, you have no control over the external one. This demonstrates why most trending manifestation techniques are misleading. Manifestation isn't about affirmations. It's not about vision boards, and it's not about forced positivity or wishful thinking. Honestly, you don't even have to do anything to manifest, because everything you're experiencing right now is nothing other than the reflection of your inner state of consciousness. In other words, everything around you is already being manifested by you. So, if affirmations and wishful thinking isn't the path forward, then what is? The real path is awareness. To truly understand how your internal world shapes your external world, you must know these three things: how your beliefs alter your perception, how your identity shapes your decisions, and how your emotions determine what you attract and repel. This isn't about forcing reality to change. It's about understanding how your state of being is already affecting your reality. The real question shouldn't be, how do I manifest? It's, how do I manifest consciously? And the truth is, I can't tell you exactly what to do to change yourself. I can't hand you a formula for your inner world. All I can do is show you what to look at, what to question, and what to become aware of. Because once you see the patterns running you, that's when you stop manifesting blindly and start doing it deliberately. So if you want to talk about manifesting consciously, we have to start with something most people skip: your identity. Not the one you post, not the one you claim you want to be, the one you actually function from. Because your life isn't responding to your desires, it's responding to you, your assumptions, your emotions, and the level of awareness you're consistently living at. That's the part no one puts in a 30-second clip. If you want to understand manifestation, you have to understand how your inner structure is quietly shaping your perception, your decisions, and the reality you experience every single day. When we think about what we want to manifest, what comes up? Usually it's money, love, or purpose, right? So why does identity have anything to do with that? And that's where this gets practical. Because it's not that identity magically pulls money out of the air. It's that your identity determines what you believe you deserve, what you pursue, and what you tolerate, and especially what you walk away from. Over time, this is what builds your reality. Let's say you want love, but deep down, you believe you're hard to love, that people will always leave, and that you have to overgive just to be chosen. You won't consciously think, let me sabotage this, but you'll ignore red flags, you'll feel anxious when things are stable, and you'll confuse intensity for connection. And then when that falls apart, you'll say, why does this keep happening to me? That's manifestation. It's not magic or fate. At its core, it's nothing more than pattern repetition, driven by identity. The same thing with money. If your identity is, people like me never get ahead, how often do we hear this? If you feel like this, you'll hesitate, you won't negotiate, and you'll shrink in rooms where you should grow. And if you somehow do make more, you'll feel uncomfortable holding it, so you spend it and you self-sabotage. Eventually, you step back into what feels familiar. That's manifestation. Your internal ceiling becomes your external limit. And this doesn't mean life is perfectly controllable. Bad things do happen, unfair things happen, but your identity determines how often you recreate the same outcomes and how long you stay in them. If you never question that identity, you'll keep calling your patterns back, and you'll call it bad luck. And that's the real trap. So if you want to manifest consciously, stop asking, what do I want? And start asking, who am I being? What assumptions am I operating from? What emotional state feels normal to me? And what story about myself have I never questioned? Because your life isn't responding to what you say in the morning, it's responding to what you believe at your core. You don't need to start manifesting, you already are. The only question is whether you're going to keep doing it unconsciously or finally take ownership of your birthright.